thanks for joining me. This is a strength session. You will need a chair or a bench at some point in class, and then you also need all of your different hand weights available to you. I might even use kettlebells at some point in today's class, so have everything out that you want to use. Our intervals are 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off of 2 different exercises. We'll start with a lower body set, then upper body, then lower body, then upper body. And we'll complete each set 2 times. Did I say that already? I think I did. Step, touch, arm swing. Good. Warming up our joints. Getting our blood flowing. Good. And now we're going to do a step and an arm circle. So side to side, arm circle. Good. And now we go forward. Okay. And now side bend, up and over, lift, up, over, and lift. Pushing the hips to the side. Great. Here's 2. And 1. Good. I'm going to open my feet a bit wider here because I can. So we're going to bring our arms up. We're going to try to touch one hand, to the middle. Other arm stays up and switch. If you don't get all the way to the ground, that's just fine. One more each side. Great. And now arms up. Tuck your chin, curve your spine down. Roll all the way up. Arms up. Tuck and curve. Good. One more. And up. Great. And now I'm going to bring my feet even wider. Toes are turned out. Lateral lunges. Side to side. Tracking that knee in line with your toe. One more each side. Good. And now bringing the feet back in to a squat position. We squat knee circle. So squat down, circle the knee, squat, and circle. Good. Two more. One more. Good. And now heels to your glutes, legs wide. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ankle circles. Good. Switch directions. Switch legs, ankle circles. And switch directions. Good. Crescent lunges. Oops. Leg back, arms up, center, and switch. Keep going. I'm actually going to move this mat. This is not a good mat for today. Good. Keep going. Where did it go? This is the one I need. Okay. And done. Let's get into a good morning. So feet are parallel, hands to your temples, hinge your hips back, and come to stand, back, and stand. Good. Warming up our hip hinge motion for 4, and 3, and 2. Good. And now stay hinged over. Bring your arms out and give yourself a hug. Open and close. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your hands down on your knees, cat and cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. 2 more. Good. 1 more. Great. And now center. Roll knees in circles for 4, 3, 2, and switch directions. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Okay, let's just do this. Interlace your fingers, lift up, go a little side to side. Just trying to get those shoulders a bit warmer, and then pull your elbows down, flip them forward and up, get those shoulders a little bit warmer. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, good. So we're gonna start with a goblet squat and a sumo squat pulse. So I'm gonna grab a big heavy weight for my sumo squat, and then goblet squat is also 1 weight. So we'll hold that weight at our chest. We're gonna be going down into our squat and lifting up. Simple. If you find it's hard for you to get your butt very low, you might try to prop your heels up on a plate or a rolled up yoga mat. Ready? Go. Good. So goblet squat is just where we hold the weight at our chest. Good. Bringing hips right in line with your knees. Inhale down, exhale up. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, for the sumo squat pulse, you'll open your feet wider than a regular squat. You're gonna hinge your hips forward, and then you're gonna stay in that mid-range pulse. Starting in 5 seconds. Ready, go. So just a little up-down motion, staying at the bottom, or I guess mid-range, I should say. We are hinged forward and our butt is sticking out. That's how we work it. So working glutes and quads here. Good. Great. 15 seconds. We have 10. 5 seconds. Good. And rest. Okay, coming back up to your goblet squat. If you can go heavier, do it. Feet in your squat position. Starting in 5 seconds. Ready, go. Try not to lock your knees at the top. Use your breath here. Good. 15 seconds. Starting with our biggest muscle groups first. 5 seconds. 3, 2, rest. Good. And we have our sumo. So I'm gonna go heavier here. 10 seconds till we start. Good. If your knees are bothering you, just play with the turn out of your feet. Ready, go. After this, we move to upper body. So we really want to work the lower body here. Keep it slow, keep it small. 15 seconds. Whew. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, so we're moving to upper body, and we have a chest press, right and left side of the body. So you can do this on a chair with a mini ball. Ideally, it's a big one, and you're supporting your back, and you do the one side. You could also do it on a bench or a half Bosu. I've got the half Bosu. So we're going right, left, right, left. So we roll down. If you're on the bench or the half Bosu, let your back arch so that your chest gets wider before you start. Start with your weaker arm first. Hands slightly tilted inward. Go. You might also have your feet wide, really pressed into the ground. Your hand doesn't face your knees exactly. It's on a little bit of an angle. Good. Working that unilateral chest press, one arm at a time. It's really great for training our nervous system and training the patterns of motion that we create in our body, helping to find new patterns so that we don't always use the same arm for everything. And rest. So we have a good long 20-second rest here. Good. You can stretch out. Whew. Do whatever you'd like. 10 more seconds till we start. Make sure that you reestablish your arch of your back. If you're on a bench or a half Bosu. Ready, go. Press and lower. And you really want to have your feet strong and flat against the ground. That's going to help you stay balanced. If you want it to be more difficult, you'd push up fast and lower down slow. Good, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. We have 5. And rest. Okay, so we have one more round of that. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to try to go a bit heavier. I easily completed that 40 seconds, so I can probably go a bit more. Good. All right, starting in 5. Ready, go. And make sure that your wrist is neutral. So we don't want the wrist curved or arched in any way. Good. Exhale and inhale. Use that breath to power you through. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, that's your weaker arm done. That's good. After this, be prepared. We are going to come back up to the top. All right, so 10 seconds. Good. 5 seconds till we start. Opposite arm. Arch your back. Go. Good. 30 seconds. 15. Try not to let the weight come toward your chest. Keep your wrist over your elbow. 5 seconds. Rest. Excellent. Whew. So, going to another unilateral exercise, lunges. So we want to come on up here. For this next one, you can be holding one weight at your chest. You could be holding 2 weights by your hips, or you could balance 2 weights on your shoulders, which is what I'm going to do. So we have just one side at a time in our lunges. We'll start with our right leg forward and our left leg backward. Remember, the heel should be elevated. Ready? Here we go. Lower and lift. Bringing that back knee to a hover just off the ground. Good. Trying to keep the front heel on the ground. If you find your front heel is lifting, you might need to widen the stance between your legs. 10 seconds. 5. And we switch sides. You can take the weights off if you want. It is 20 seconds. It's a little while. That's good. This is a strength session, so we want to take time to rest, to put more energy back in those bones and muscles, not bones. Left leg forward, right leg back. Ready, go. Good. No lock of the knees at the top. You have to use your glutes and your hip muscles here to keep your heel lifted. Good. 10 seconds. Whew. 5, 3, 2, rest. Nice. Okay. You decide if you want to take those weights off for a minute. Going back to the top, our right leg will be forward. 5 seconds. Ready, and go. If you have a barbell, you can also use this with a barbell. That's what, whenever you put weights on your shoulders, it's mimicking how it would feel with a barbell. Halfway. Ten seconds. Good. 5. Rest. Oh, nice. Whoo-wee. Okay, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Left leg forward. Go. That first round, that first time repetition, usually we're gonna need to kind of like wiggle our feet around a little bit and then figure out the right spot. Halfway. Ten seconds. 5. And rest. Whoo-wee. Lunges. Not easy. Nice. Shake it out a bit. Okay, so we're going to an overhead diamond press. So we want one heavy weight. We're pushing it up and down, and then I'm gonna have us do a, let's do a lat raise. So elbows out to the side, nice and soft. So diamond press, you want one heavy weight here. You're gonna push it directly overhead. We'll start in 10 seconds. If you have a dumbbell, you're gonna hold it by the bells, so by the outside edges. Ready? Go. I actually might need to use a dumbbell. Yes, keep going. You might have to use a dumbbell. I don't want to hit my nose with that kettlebell. There we go. So this is, now you can also see how to hold that dumbbell. It's still narrow. Good. And if you have a very light weight, you should probably put 2 weights in your hands instead. We want to go heavy here. Good. 10 seconds. And you're probably gonna feel your biceps a lot here. Also shoulders. 3, 2, and rest. Okay, now we're going with a lateral raise. So elbows are softly bent. And if you want, you can just barely hinge forward. It's gonna help a little bit. Ready, go. And down. Squeezing the tips of your shoulder blades to your back as your arms lift. Exhale up, inhale down. Halfway. Whew. 10 seconds. 5. Oh my goodness. And rest. Whew. Almost didn't make it through there. Okay, going back to your standing diamond press. You need to open a window. All right, 5 seconds. Ready, go. Good. Try not to arch your back here. So think when your arms go up, your glutes and your upper belly engage toward each other as if you're trying to close the gap between your ribs and your hips. Halfway. Ten seconds. We have 5. And release. Excellent. Okay, lat raise. Good. In 10 seconds. Knees softly bent, shoulders back, elbows soft. Ready, go. And if you need to go to just one arm at a time, because it's really heavy, you can do that. I'm gonna try one arm at a time, and then I'm gonna go both together. There I go. And I'm trying not to swing. I'm keeping the motion steady and controlled. Halfway. The elbows should be out to the side in line with the shoulders. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Try to get one more. And rest. Oh, wow. I love lat raises. Good. Let's interlace our hands behind your back and do a little reverse stretch. Good. Okay, so next we have a staggered deadlift. I'm gonna let you get your weights while I let the cat in, but you're gonna have one foot kicked back. You either have a weight in the same hand as your front leg, or you have a weight in both hands. So grab your weights, they should be heavy. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go heavy weight, the same as my front leg. So if my left leg is forward, my right leg is back. My weight is then in my left hand. Starting in 5 seconds. Ready, go. Staggered deadlift. So we push our hips back in space. Nice. Our left knee is soft. Try to keep our shoulders square to the ground, even if you just have the one weight. Your back foot is only for balance. It's really light on the ground. Good, 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Okay, so if you're using one weight like me, you'll switch it to that side. Starting in 10 seconds. So I've got my right foot forward, which means my right hand has the weight, left toes back. Go. Weight goes right down the side of that leg. Trying to keep the weight as close to the leg as you can. Seconds. 10. Good. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay. So we have another round. I feel pretty good there. I'm going to go heavier. Maybe you can as well. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward again. That's again my weaker leg. That's why I chose it first. 5 seconds. Right foot back. Go. I might need to slow down my pace a little bit with these heavier weights. That's fine. Might need to adjust my stance a bit. That's also fine. We want to feel the hamstrings stretch. That's how we know we're doing it right. 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Whew. Roll your shoulders. Good. Starting again in 10 seconds. All right, right foot forward, left foot backward, abs braced, ready, go. Or if you're not on the right foot, that's fine. I just meant switch feet. So your neck is an extension of your spine. When you're standing, you look forward. When you hinge, you look down. 10 seconds. 3, 2, rest. Woo. Okay. Nice. Shake out your hands. All right. So now we are going to do a bent over fly. So we'll hinge, open our arms out and to the side for that fly. And then we're gonna come up to, a tricep extension, but this is our halfway point. So you're gonna take a minute off and then we're gonna go to the bent over fly and the tricep extension. If this is all you have time for today, congratulations, you've completed a great workout. Just make sure you stretch before you go. Alrighty, so let's find our lighter weights for our bent over row. I go quite light here, you might as well. Good, so we're gonna start in about 12 seconds. You hinge forward from your hips, lift your arms up and pause, and then slowly lower down. All right, 5 seconds till we start. Ready, and we're off. Up, pause, slowly lower, up, pause, slowly lower. Get in the space between your shoulder blades to contract. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Good. You have 5. And relax. Okay, tricep overhead extension. You can use 1 weight or 2 weights. If you don't want to bring your hands over your head, you can do your kickbacks, which look like this. Elbows stay high, and you're just bending and stretching the elbows. 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. Lower and lift. Pulling your ribs in and softening your knees. Nice. If you ever feel dizzy when you have overhead stuff, then you should take your hands down and you should do the same exercise in a horizontal way. So it could be, or like I showed you with tricep extensions, but you can also just do like a chest press version of, for example, a shoulder press. Good, and rest. Okay, going again. We have our bent over flies or reverse flies, whatever you want to call them. Good. And 5 seconds. Feet under your hips. Hinge. Go for it. Up, pause. Slowly down. Up, pause. Slowly down. Once again, elbows are softly bent. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. We have 5. And rest. Great. Okay. Overhead tricep extensions. Good. In 10 seconds. Or kickbacks. And 5. Here we go. This is another time to check those wrists. Make sure they're long and strong. Good, 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Whew. We have 5. And rest. Nice, good job. There we go. All right. So, shake out those arms a bit. We're moving to curtsies. So we'll have a curtsy lunge with a tap. So you'll take 1 weight to the leg that's going to stay still. I'll start with my left leg because it's weaker. Your right leg will tap back into that curtsy and then out to the side. So it is a moving thing, okay? 3, 2, go. So back behind and out. This is going to work our core a bit by having to stabilize through the motion. Your knee is in line with your front heel, and that front toe could even be turned out a little bit more than I was just showing. Whatever's most comfortable for your knee and ankle. 10 seconds. 5. rest. Okay, we'll switch sides. So the right hand will have the weight and that left foot will come back. In 10 seconds. Good. In 5. Turning your toes out. Here you go. Tap back. Come up. Good. 30 seconds. Hi, kidsy. 5. And rest. Okay, same thing again. I'm definitely gonna go heavier this time. Yeah. Hi, baby. 10 seconds. All right, starting in 5. Weight in the same as your front leg. Here you go. Back drop and open. Trying not to crunch your torso forward. So use those abs to keep your torso upright. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Rest. We'll switch sides. Good. In 10 seconds. In 5. Ready, go. Cross behind and out. 30 seconds. Fifteen. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay. Whee! There we go. That's fun. I love curtsy lunges. All right. So next we're going to need a chair or a bench. And we're doing a bent over row. So you'll have, again, it's unilateral. I love the unilateral training, obviously. And you'll have one weight at a time. So, for example, your right foot will be forward, right hand will be forward, and you'll pull that left weight to your hip, okay? So we're gonna start in 10 seconds here. You wanna feel very stable on those feet. 3 points of contact, hands and feet. Ready? Pull the weight to your hip, go. So back to that hip and out. Good. Our torso doesn't open. It's not a lawnmower. It's a lift and a lower. Good, 15 seconds. To make it more difficult, lower down slow, pull up fast. And you're done. We will switch sides. I love to take a stretch in between myself. Okay. Setting up the other side. Heel down. 5 seconds till we start. Grab onto that weight. Ready, go. To your hip and lower. Challenge yourself to that up fast, down slow. You can lift really heavy in rows. You might surprise yourself. And try not to let your back arch. I just caught myself doing that, so I'm really gonna engage my core, focus on my form, especially because we're at the tail end of class. Form is even more important and even harder to keep. Good, 5 seconds. Great, and release. Okay, another round. I think I can go heavier here. All right, in 10 seconds. Starting in 5. Ready, go. Weight right to that hip. Good, 30 seconds. Up fast, down slow. 15. Ugh. 5 seconds. And release. Whew, that was different. Good. Other side. You're gonna be feeling your back here and biceps, but back is the primary focus. 5 seconds. Ready, go. Your weight does not have to touch the ground. It shouldn't, probably. So don't let that shoulder drop. Seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Whew, okay. All right, so we have one more round of lower body to do. It's lateral lunges. So you're gonna take one weight and we're gonna go one leg at a time. So those legs will be wide. You'll do just one side and then just the other side. Good, I'm gonna stretch my back before we start. We got 10 seconds. Stretch out that back from those rows. All right, heels lined up, toes lined up. Choose a side, I suggest the weaker side. Go, lunge and lift. Good, so your glutes hinge backward as your knee bends. It all happens at the same time. You break at the hips and break at the knee. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. Rest. Good. We're gonna go to the other side. You can always kind of step out of this if you need to rest for a moment and then toe heel back in. We start in 10 seconds. Always just check to make sure you're all lined up. It's very easy to let one toe slide forward. Ready, go. Bringing the weight as close to your heel as you can. Nice. Sink down, come up. Halfway. You're gonna be feeling your glute, your inner thigh, your quadricep. I love lateral lunges because we train a lot of different muscles. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, we gotta go to the other side again. Good. In strength training, I think sometimes it surprises people that it's not a bigger motion but a lot of the time it's not. We're really targeting certain muscles and the motion is then limited. Okay, 3, 2, go. Final time this side. Seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Good. Ooh, one more side, then we're done with our workout. We stretch and we get on with our day. 10 seconds. Good. 5 till we start. Ready, go. Seconds. We have 10. 5. Rest. Amazing. Whew. Come on out of it. Put your weights aside. And let's walk in a circle. Just kind of feel those jelly legs. Good. Okay. So let's stretch through our upper body first. Let's do my favorite. One arm to the side and twist away from it. Good. Keep your knees soft here, like always. Yeah, Coco baby. Hi. And now switch sides. Arm out. And twist away from it. Did you have a good workout too, Coco? You came back covered in rain. Wet kitten. Good. And release. Great. Let's push away from the side, open the legs wide, and then lean toward it. You might even bring both hands to the wall, and then you can kind of even push into it more, really stretching your hip. And then rotate your torso so that your chest is turned toward the ground. You'll stretch your low back. And now open up again. And then come toward the wall. Grab your outside foot. Stretch your quadricep. Hello, Cleo. Good. And then you'll glide your outside foot behind your inside foot. Push your knees forward. Push your hips out. And stretch your hip. And come on up and let's switch sides. Feet go wide, hand to the wall, and other hand, side body stretch. Good. And now rotate your torso. Open your hands. Chest is stacked over that foot. Good. Great. And now open up again. Come on in. Grab your outside foot. Pull your heel to your glute, stretching through the front of your quad. Good. And then you might need to step away from the wall a bit. Take your outside foot behind your inside foot. Bend both knees, push your hips out, and again, lean toward the wall. And now come all the way up. Great. Pull one arm across your chest, roll the shoulder back, lift and lower it. Good. And open and switch. Arm across, lift and lower. Okay, come on up. Soften your knees. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, give yourself and Coco a bow. Thank you for joining myself and my cats in this strength training workout. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you get plenty of food in you after this workout. You're gonna need it because that was challenging. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you soon. Coco baby, you're right in the picture. You're right in the picture, Coco.